Hello everyone and welcome to Doki Literature Club Part 2. Yeah, have been a long time, 11 months almost. And you know, I kind of miss this game. And I don't want a unfinished let's play or anything. And yeah, Sebovic said to me July 5th. He said that he really wanted me to complete Doki Literature Club. He said like this: "Hello Victor, can you continue your Doki Literature Club Let's Play? You kind of stopped at the beginning." And I said like this to him. Like I had other plans and I got, busy. So I will continue soon. And he replied good. So yeah, I'm gonna grant Sebovic the wish to complete this let's play. And because I don't want a unfinished let's play or anything, so we kind of get this out of the way. So now we're at the poem minigame where we stopped 11 months ago. And here says, hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you already read. Okay, good to know. So, first of all, we kind of make a save slot here and a save slot here. So now, first we're gonna do Sayori. On page 2, we're gonna do Natsuki. On page 3, we're gonna do Yuri. So that's the kind of thing I plan to do to make it simpler to keep track of the girls of all the routes. So first off, we're gonna start off with best girl Sayori, in my opinion. So what's good Sayori? Disaster? No, that's Yuri. Hurt. Dance. Play. Peaceful. Childhood. Special. Bad. Uncontrolled. No, that's Yuri. Definitely. Grief. Embrace. Alone. Comfort. Hop. No, that's Natsuki. Incapable. No, that's Yuri. But we should still get Sayori anyways. Clouds. No, that's Natsuki. Judgment. No, that's probably blanket. No. Hope. Flee. Oh, that's Yuri, of course. Rain cloud. Yeah. You got it. Hi again, Victor. Glad to see you didn't run away, Jonas. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Victor. I hope this isn't overwhelming for a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. So you told me you didn't even want to join any club this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
But
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
manga is leisure.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Victor always gives his best as long as he's having fun. This helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? Hehe.
You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Victor can become good friends too? Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems too oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? What? Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation, yay! Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. We could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is how this girl accidentally being so cute. She even picked out a book she thinks I will like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I will definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something leisure related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what leisure is all about. The problem is that the idea of a leisure club sounds so dense and intellectual. But see, it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. This doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a leisure event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcake it is then. I'm hungry. And we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I'm hungry. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up too late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? Oh, but I want to look at Kinori Mosaic. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulders to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Hee. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better when you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. can't let you do that, Sayori. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
Eh?
Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Unfortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
Eh? That's super mean.
Sorry, but you will thank me later. Probably gonna make a save here. See, Sayori's there, so it's easier to keep track. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you will change your mind. Oh god, Doki Doki.
Eehee.
This is so funny. What is?
Well, I was thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
Get me out of here! Don't say that!
You make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near the chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Oh no. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. It's over. It's all over.
Phew, that's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
Ew.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why you're saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. You take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things!
Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine, fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so.
So maybe you should come wake up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Oh, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell you with use sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out at the best moment. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Victor, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayur still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My reactions ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I have never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sir Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composure notebook. I can already see Monica pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri will reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I guess Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi Victor, having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestion for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I keep that in mind. Of course I will be afraid bringing things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but yes, I have to. Don't worry, Victor. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's the sort of barrier that we'll going to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayuri would like. Is that so? Yeah, you and Sayuri are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, you may be good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you would think. So I think that's kind of a vibe I get when reading your poem. Sure not reading into it too much? Haha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. You knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things, too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit, either. I'm sure I will end up trying different things a lot. it could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I would love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I will always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. I sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, it's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle powders. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I will never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I real blind. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retains already scours with a permanent copy of meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Reaching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So, what do you think? It's fair of freedom. Is that what you call it? Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on their timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about these stuff like that because it's kind of coming out on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of today. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. And the way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you will just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who would I show my poem to next? Sayori. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Victor. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ah, jeez. Be sure yours opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Victor poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. So your hugs appreciated against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
Hee.
I'm really happy. Yes, that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I will break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Victor. Deep down you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be the way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hee. Well, we will see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning is making me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this? No. Yes, a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Oh, that's what's me. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yes. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Marika's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. Oh, it was Sayori. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passed, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that I might be off reading for it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it has been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that There are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the styles and expressiveness are weakened. Once hero finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. The stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that can go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Nasukiki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yours my extremely, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all this, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I will be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Victor. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, but feeling and expresses in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. There's a lot of more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about that. That's impressive. It's nothing really, but it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that I won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I will pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Now that you will like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, sheets can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Okay, it was okay. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up the rhythm at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Like it helps to bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did? I guess more bent into than I realized.
It's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here. Did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. Or no, I've played this game 4 times actually. The first time, the neutral ending. The second, the good ending. The third and fourth time with my friend and my Russian cousin. Now Sayori is done. Now next is Natsuki. There we go. So next up is Natsuki. Skipping. Summer. Pout. Rose. Oh, that's Natsuki. No, Sayori. Romance. No. Headphones. She liked the new stuff. Anger. Pink. Giggle. Color. No. Cheeks. Ribbon. Judgment, no, that's Fury. Bouncy. Family, no, that's of course. Say your email. Kawaii. Puppy. Milk. Candy. There we go. We have read this. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Morning to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayur and Monica are having a sheer conversation in the corner. Yours face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga?
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things that you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga and missed a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I put out the stack.
There it is.
Natsuki snatched it out of my hand. She bends, turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feeling. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series. I've never heard of it in my life. Probably because, like manga and anime is banned from Sweden. I hate Sweden. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, he wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I will tell you one thing, Victor. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover.
That's true.
In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. Stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in the colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe or cute. That means cute in other words. I got to know that when watching Kinuri Mosaic.
Don't just stand there.
Oh. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windsills. She passes ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
What's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't say that! You'll make you feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scourges an inch away from me. sorry. What am I doing? I didn't expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. I can't. So in a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she goes, I won't notice. Oh. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since we read the beginning? Stop it. Stop! You don't go back and play through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really.
Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series.
Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but not things really happen yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of this, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, but I guess now that you're saying a lot of beginnings about simple things, like there's really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstory and then some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! Was that supposed to mean?
Whoa! That gives me a little shove. This meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well...
Natsuki pauses for a moment, if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah,
where does it matter?
It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. Of course it's not. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Oh god. She's talking about herself. Ah, definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so why am I to judge? We read on for a few more minutes. I finish a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Hmm? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I have had similar things in middle school when I used to play a lot of Mario games, and the bullies was like, oh, you're so you're a little child or anything. So I can definitely relate to that. I know these kinds of people. Yeah, I do. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less than friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I graduate towards the other losers over time. But it's probably hard for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least he's safe here in the club room. Said Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it's paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So... Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minoru is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Let's finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's rare experience, what makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone, are you all ready with today's poems?
Come on! Come on! Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry, I just need to make sure we have enough time.
Though you do look pretty cute over there.
Suddenly notice how close she's gotten to me. She actually slides herself a good 12 inch away from me. What's wrong with me? Alright, yes, I will stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Do you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica said,
don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is that really right? I say that mostly because I really don't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets banned, I will kill you!
I will kill you! I will kill you! I will kill you, Balboa!
You tell him what I said! I eat next! I'm gonna kill him! Nobody can stop me! You tell Balboa that! I'm coming after him! You tell him!
by tomorrow. I only got part way through the volume so far. God, I'm making so many quotes in this episode. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Nasky's enthusiastic face. Or I'm more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it. She will smack me in the face. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write the poem last night? Yeah. You should have shown my poem to first, Nasky. I told Nasky I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the thing I don't like. First of all, Nasky reads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. And what's the point of sharing in the first place? You wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when I'm writing this. Oh, I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem, make it go, well, that's not that great, but let me show you what really sure looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you like it? The re-face again. I will call it the re-face from now on. Nasky's with the word gets caught in her throat. You're so... You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're self-important. Pretty sure I never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Nasky must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you'll still need to show me yours, right? Grr. Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, sheep can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I really I like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in the high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So decide to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight in the wordplay. Like you set up a rhythm at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it when I realized that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you laughed at me. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor with her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Nasky is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Monica. Hi, Victor. Oh, having a good time so far? Oh yeah. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, you'll keep that in mind. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassed, but I guess I have to. I like it, Victor. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ahaha! Oh jeez. No. That kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. Ah, if you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Silverstein? Yeah, maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they are only a few lines long. They might even feel like they've written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they are super challenging to get the meaning though. True. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I will end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I would love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. We have already read through this. Sayori. This is a good poem, Victor. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing a poem in this spare time? Yeah, I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm just really happy that you just wrote one. Yes. I'd go. No. Determination. Broken. Depression. Oh. Climax. Vibrant. Secretive. Intellectual. Extraordinary. No. Desire. Melancholy. Time. Insight. Beauty. Oh. Portrait. Destiny. Universe. Effulgent. Atone. Eternity. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a shared conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looked like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seemed to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I want to read some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I will definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's this about anyway? Well, you're closer. The book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came out of nowhere. Ha ha ha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. You're not a fan of that sort of thing, Victor? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy the kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on this outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. And horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believed in. That's true. That's really true. And suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Why don't you... Oh, you don't have to... what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. Yes, I'm sorry. Not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. Just reading in company with someone. I see. Will you just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything? Alright. I open my book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry, I mean... Here, we should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Your team lay close as her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I just use my hand. Right hand to hold the book over. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Your takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and yours slides under her thumb after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. This if I can feel her warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how to be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. You no longer ask me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be silly though, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she will do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. You remain silent for a moment, but Victor, That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing. What? That you think that? Oh, wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about this sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Hi. Okay, everyone. I think it's about the time we share today's poem with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spread from finishing her thought. Is that right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of the font. Alright, I guess I will do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case I will read a little more tonight. It will be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up. I make a mental note where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As you read the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional! What was that? Did I say that out loud? Your first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing inspiration do you have? Your use of imaginary metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Oh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yor stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. That's meant, Yor trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words and voice, as if breaking it down more truly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I could recognize in your something you can be blamed for. There's so many previous skills and techniques that goes into writing even a simple poem. Just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with a practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. That can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like this. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if you're apologizing herself to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I would love to share my thought process behind it. Here is my streamly, as it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, this is supposed to be a literature club. Ghosts under the light, tendrils of my illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't meaning that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts. A ghost at all, Victor. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting in that way. I haven't even thought about that. That's impressive, eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Victor. Me too. Marika. Great job, Victor. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's the easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to desire their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that efficiently, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice. While I'm assuming Yuri has at this point, I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I will end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I would love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I will always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha.
Victor, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Horse?
What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. Well, we all start somewhere, right? If you're really proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I would like to read it. Painful to think about.
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. We'll each their own, I guess. And well, I guess I gotta share mine now. Oh, you will probably think it's stupid.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It is as everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayur and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiled sadly.
What's it with this language? Huh?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. And yours is cute. Really, Yuri? Really?
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for a suggestion, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Victory did too. So based on that, I will gladly give you some suggestion of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Victor liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... Oh no, the cat fight. You're just... Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Victor appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one. Those boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Victor started showing him.
Oh boy.
Nasky.
Nasky, that's a little...
Besides, they were all you! I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly both girls turned towards me as they just noticed I was standing there. Victor, she just tried to make me feel look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple thing, fighting is more effective, then this wouldn't happen in the first place.
What's the point in making your poems all
convoluted for no reason? Meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Victor.
Oh wait, there's a reason we have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also waste. You understand it, right, Victor?
Well,
how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they will probably think more highly of me. So of course there's going to be... So let's first choose Sayori. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori!
Huh?
Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable.
How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Victor?
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerks she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop!
Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And yours boobs are the same as that you always wear. Big and beautiful. Did she really say that? Sayuri. Sayuri stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I will make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayuri is vice president. I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayuri's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes the two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiled sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Victor, how about you? Yeah, I would say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you will learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress, and not to myself with newfound determination. Victor, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee. Sure beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between you and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No! That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they would make good friends with you. You know, Victor, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but
Does it really need to stop there?
Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to herself, but it's easier to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. And we're gonna save here. Now I will pick... Wait. Yeah, I'm the second one. Natsuki. Yuri. You're really talented. Well... But not Natsuki has a point. I think that I work my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. At least the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that.
Yeah? It did it, didn't it? Shows how much you know.
That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me.
Natsuki's voice whines. Look. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. And sharing it can be definitely hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. Don't you agree? I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't feel threatened either? Well, you say so.
Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Victor. Shish! Shish!
Natsuki takes a breath. I think about... Natsuki glances around the room.
Would everyone stop staring at me?
And surprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it when she boosted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful. You're... Sayori? I will go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Victor. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the laser around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for running the atmosphere? No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we will all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do leisure related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree with Monica. Eh? About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Hehe. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. So now we're going with Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. You wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? Huh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feeling into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when he said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I am sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and you just told her how you felt? Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said something things that you didn't mean. You apologized, don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my mind. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It will spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out like Naruto. In her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Aww. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gently approach her and sit in an edged scent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri! How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Victor. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. one more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone, it's just about to leave. And this is the end of this episode. End of part 2. So I will stop this recording and stop the stream now. After I've gone through all this dialogue and double checked some things. So that wraps it out for this episode. So thank you all for watching, and as usual, I will see you next time, and please have a good one. Bye.